Alright, you guys, I bought this nut to turn an acoustic guitar into like a Dobro style guitar, and I bought these Dobro strings, and the high E was a 56 thou string. So I started having some problems down here at my bridge. What was going on was, even if I bent this ball 90 degrees, which I learned off of YouTube, it's a good way of keeping the strings inside of the bridge plate. You know, if you're tuning up your guitar and the strings are like basically pulling the peg out of the bridge, you make a bend right here at the ball 90 degrees, and that'll catch in the piece of wood underneath the top of the acoustic guitar. Anywho, even doing that, it didn't like solve the problem. The string was so big that as I was tuning up the guitar, it just kept like, you know, pulling out of the bridge. What I ended up having to do was do a little bit of troubleshooting. If you buy this thing, which is super cool, I don't play this hunk of crap, but now that I got this Dobro like nut converter, it's actually pretty sweet, and I do play it again. I don't know what happened to my file. Anyways, really? You took it, didn't you, cat? Oh, come on. For real? Man, it's tough being me. You guys don't know. Ha! Alright, so what you gotta do is... Or I'm sorry, I was talking about troubleshooting. When I held the string inside the tuning peg, I was noticing that when I looked at it from the side or dead on, it wasn't round anymore. It was actually kind of like an oblong shape because the string was so big. The string also like was tight inside of the groove in the tuning peg. So as the string, you know, slowly pulls up and that ball hits the piece of wood underneath the guitar, since it's stuck in the peg, it's pulling the peg out with it. So anyways, if you enlarge this groove, which I did with this Riffler file, it's one file out of a set of many. It's about 330 seconds in diameter. It says 9 out 4 on it. It's a Nicholson file from like I don't know, long time ago. Maybe they say the same things nowadays. I don't know, but this worked out pretty good. Anyways, you got to open up the slot inside this tuning peg with this file, and then what you also got to do is you got to kind of open up this hole in the bridge of your guitar so that when the string is inside the tuning peg truly is a taper now. So before, when it was oblong, there was no more tapered, you know, part fitting inside of a tapered hole. Now that there's room for the string, both in the peg and in the bridge, when I go to put the peg back into the tapered peg into the tapered hole, it sticks again because it's a taper. Duh. Anyways, you're probably gonna have to do something like this if you get this like conversion nut like I did. I haven't seen anybody talk about this yet on the internet, so this helped me out. Hopefully it'll help you out as well. I learned a lot from YouTube. I'm trying to do the same thing for all you guys out there. I wasn't able to make all this work because this string just kept pulling out of here. Another thing too, this is like the I don't know what you want to call it, the saddle or the whatever, this intonation bar that went inside of the bridge. Anyways, I just found something in the garage that was about the same thickness. It ended up being a combination wrench, and I just cut off, you know, the front and back of the wrench, and I shoved that inside the bridge so it's like straight across. That kind of helped out too. Don't be afraid to grab a piece of plastic or a piece of metal out of the basement or the garage and make it work. Yes.